Welcome to the bench, friends. This is Joe, BlueOvalRacingHoScale Custom and Performance. Well, it's been probably over a week since I made a video. With that said, I have to get back into the zone, if you know what I mean, jelly bean. So what else is more easier to do than to build a Viper? So I think that's what we'll do. Let me break out my trusty builder's tray from none other than Pork Chops Customs. And let's go for it. I have an end bell that I've already massaged lightly. And I think this will do the job. Nothing heavy duty on it. And I had already built, well, not an entire axle assembly, but I did put the gear, the rear axle gear, on the axle. Let's go through some goodies and get out what we're going to need for this build. This is going to be a V1 chassis, which I already pinned the rear and put the extended guide pin already installed. I will not freehand drilling any more chassis. I got to get the jig to make the job easier due to eyesight and shakes and such a little bit of tolerance when you're drilling through the chassis to pin the rear end. Well, I think out of 20 cars, the last 20 cars that is, I probably blew through 3 of them. I don't think that's very good odds. So I'm not doing any more like that. We have some SR Pro 4 magnets, spec racer. We got some maxi traction magnets. Pinion gear. Let me get rear armature bushing, pickup shoes, low profile pickup shoe holders, and I think these will work. I'm gonna put 8/1000 springs. You can always jump back up to 9. Definitely don't need 10, I wouldn't think. Probably forgetting something because, like I said, I'm out of the zone. Definitely out of the zone. Rear wheels. I know there's stuff on something. Oh, front axle assembly, we'll get that. Let's get a couple of, that's 15 thou, 20, 10. That should be about what we need to start the party going. And I think I will use I think we'll use a Wizard hot stock armature, Fusion or a Viper and bell car. That's going to be the ticket for this one. And tires. Independent front end. I think that'll get the party going. Let's check it out and see what kind of trouble we can get into. Tires. Independent front end from Wizard. Might as well use the tray. Set it up nice and pretty, shall we? These are the pickup shoes that I purchased from Dash Motorsports for the iDash. Friends, these look like the same exact pickup shoes that you purchased from Viper Scale Racing. Could be wrong, could be wrong. Wouldn't be the first time. And rear armature bushing. I guess we could set that there. Yeah. And spec racer magnets. They have the extended tips on the magnets to closing the gap on the armature a smidge. Now, these are Pro 4. Well, these have been used. These are the Maxi Mags, traction magnets, but that's okay. And our lovely 5.8 ohm armature from Wizard. Balanced. I'll put some of the stuff away. rear pinion gear. And I think that should set us straight for now. So we already did massage the end bell. Grab one of these plastic spacers. That's the only thing. Wizard does not have one installed on the commutator side of the armature. We have that installed. And uh-oh, too many. So Jag Hobbies 7-tooth pinion. Gen 4 end bell, a little massaged. There it is. Oop, almost forgot the bracket. That would not be terrific. It wouldn't be a big deal, but And there she sits. Trusty good old Viper V1 chassis. Still a spectacular chassis, even though they got the V3 out. Yep. All right. So, yeah, we got just enough play in that armature. And on the end bell side, I'm going to use Ward Enterprises. That's right, the T-Jet lube, friends. Will not contaminate the brushes, and you can use it. I guarantee. Yes, indeed. Cliff Ward, Ward Enterprises. Put that right in there. Little pinch. Get this on Facebook. T-Jet Armature Lube. Now these Maxi Traction, these are Pro 4, and they are used, which does not matter. And there she is in all of her glory so far. Yep, there she is. Let's do one at a time. Let's grab our pickup shoes. These 8,000 springs are also from Dash Motorsports for the iDash. Also. But they will work on a Viper, BSRT, Super G Plus, without any issues. Same size spring in length, and a lovely cushioness of an 8,000th wire. There you have it. This will need a break in. The M-Bell. The good old trusty brushes. So, trusty front end. I pre-cut some axles, and I didn't pay attention to what I was doing. Oh yeah, that's going to work. All right. Ooh, one too many. Do it again. Come on. Here we go. In the next video, I'm going to take my Wizard Storm Extreme, swap out the armature for a balanced armature, and that Pro hanger setup I got. It's in the mess over here. I'm not going to try to root it out, dig it out. It's over there somewheres. Definitely go get one of those jigs. That's bent. That pin for installing the axle pins, drilling out for them. No more freehand for me. I quit. Yep. I always like to put the shiny side of the bushing towards the gear and the matte finish towards the chassis. I don't know why, that's just me. This is what I do. It's probably going to take more than this anyway. Yeah, 20,000 not enough. I knew that. I was living in the fantasy world, I think. Let's try another 20. And then the next 20, we'll put the shiny side towards the chassis. So we got shiny towards the plastic going both ways. Yeah. It's a little too tight. We got no play. We'll pop that 20 off. The 120. And put a 15. That should give us a little bit of room. Let's see. is 15 thousandths and a 20. Nope. She ain't gonna work neither. It's a 10 and a 20. $30,000. Should be what the doctor ordered. Did it again. Okay. Yep. There we go. Took 30. At least by how my bottles were labeled. Now, unless you use the gauge when you get your spacers, say like me, from either get them HC slot cars or you can buy them in bulk from Scale Engineering. You need to check them, because I've had them marked in the wrong bags, threw them in a tube that it said what it said on the bags, and wrong-o, not the case. If that makes sense. All right. Yeah, we got just another jiggle on the rear. When I use these Wizard front ends, if you put, which I did, 5 thousandths on each side, it's not going to allow it to go into tech block. I have to pop them off. So I have 10 thousandths total on that front, and that's preventing it from going down in the tech block. But that's okay. Not a big deal. A little drink on the threads. Alrighty. I just pushed that one all the way in. Just a pinch. A pinch too much. When you use those winged traction magnets, close. Real close. Really, 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 really close. That is it. We're going to run it to break it in. And fortunately, I'm not going to have time to run it today on the track. That will be for tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow. I have to go. I live in Myrtle Beach area. And I have to go to Charleston tomorrow, so I'm not going to be able to run it tomorrow. All right. Lovely blue tires. All right. She will not fit in the tech block because of the shims on the front, the rear fits, the wheel spacers, axle spacers on the front. I need to pull them out. There's a 5 thousandths on each side on the front, which is keeping the front end from dropping in. The tech block from Wizard is undersized, so that supposedly their theory is, so when you go through tech, you go through and pass every time. That's not Wizard, Viper. This is a Viper Scale Racing tech block. And theirs is undersized. Comes in at 1308. 13080. And that would be equivalent to 1 39/128th of an inch. That makes sense. And there's your legal limit, 1 inch and 5/16. So it's under by a smidge. And that's it for this video, friends. Trying to get back into the groove. And here's our Viper V1 chassis, sitting pretty. Yeah, she does have a nice stance. We're going to probably drop them front tire size down. Let's see what the skinny is. These are mini gauge, mini Viper gauge. All right. I thought we were shorter, smaller than that. Okay, so rear tires are 428. 428 rear tires. Yep. 428. And the fronts are we're about 360. 360 on the front. And 428s on the back. It should work out for the clickety-clack track. My new track, I do not have yet. The California kid, Willie Boy himself, Willie Musgrave, I got a hold of him last week. And I'm hoping my track, hopefully, it'll be here next week. I wouldn't count the chickens, but you never know. Probably the week after. A quick build to get back into the groove. Viper V1 chassis with a spectacular Wizard 5.8 ohm balanced armature. Stock timing. I do have an advanced time arm armature from Viper. Wizard. That I'm going to put into a V3 chassis that I have. I need to build that one to see how that scoots around the track, because you're going to have an armature that is already advanced timed, and then because of this fancy end bell, we can also adjust the timing at a blink of an eye. Right here at our fingertips. That's it for this video, friends. Until next time, we will go ahead and run this chassis. And let me find the parts, since I'm flapping my gums. We're going to take our Wizard Storm Extreme. Well, apparently I misplaced that stuff. Good grief. Right here. We're going to put the Storm Pro hanger and shoe kit. And we're going to go with a fluorescent orange body on it. We're going to swap out Dorothy's body from Pink and Juicy to psyched out fluorescent orange. There we go. Pink and Juicy, psyched out orange. Whew, that's bright. And again, we'll install the Storm Pro hangers and also a 5.8 ohm balanced armature from Wizard. Will be going in the old girl also. Till next time, friends.